Alright, I'm going to take this thing apart here and see if we can get to that encoder. Well, there's a ton of screws on this one. So, I don't really have a good enough workbench area to work on something this big. And really, I just need to start getting rid of stuff. I think, you know, like 15 radios for cam, and about the same amount of stereos. And then we got like maybe 2 or 3 stereos I use, maybe 2 or 3 ham radios I use. You know, I mean, it's gotten to the point where it's just like, you know what? I'm drowning in my own crap. So, I'm hoping that it's just like some dust or dirt in the rotary encoder on this. Otherwise, this is not going to be fixable. I do have a universal remote that I've been using with this. Kind of nice. This is sort of like, just writing on the bottom here. It's sort of like a lower line just before the Pioneer Elite series. And I'm not sure how long they've been making the Elite for, but I'm guessing it probably started around the time this thing came out. So around the year 2000 probably. Maybe they've been making them since the 90s. I don't know. This thing has really got a lot of screws in it. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 just on the back here. Normally it'd be like 4 of them only, really. And there's still like 2 of them right next to each other around the power cord for no real apparent reason. So anyway, I don't really feel like working on this thing, but it's like, well, it's $2 stereo, and maybe I can just sell it if I fix it. So I don't know if anybody would ever buy this thing. I have a really hard time selling anything here. Like you could have a Nikon 706 Mark IIG and try and sell it for $300, and these guys wouldn't want to buy it. So when they list theirs, they want $700. So it's like whatever you got ain't worth nothing, but whatever they got is worth gold. That's what I noticed how it goes around here. When I lived in Seattle, everything was kind of pretty fair most of the time. So let's see what we got here. Let's get the camera in here. Pretty good sized transformer. If it was broken, I could use the wire off of that thing. So that is a Bando, also found in a lot of the Yamahas. Pioneer made their own caps, I guess. I don't know. No, it's a Nippon. Whenever they have their name on it, it's like, we know you didn't make it. It says Nippon Chemcon. Yeah, there's some like spider webs in here. This is a nice power supply section. Actually, this one's not too dirty. And then you got some sort of weird filter looking thing. Discrete components. Not really that impressive, actually. Really, I mean, I want to say it looks like there should be a chip. There is, yeah, that's what those are. Those are chips. So right down in here, these are chips, and get in here. Anyway, were there maybe not? I mean, there might be a regulator. Okay, anyway, it doesn't really matter. But it's kind of a nice little design. You can see the current limiting shunt bars in here, or whatever the hell they are. There's some other regulators or preamps or something. I don't know. Anyway, our control is way back in there, so it means we got to pull the whole face off of this damn thing. It's gonna be fun. So you're gonna have to pull the face off of here. I don't know if I'm able to film it without getting in my own way. Attached somewhere right in here. And I don't really know if I need to pull this part off anyways. I need the whole thing to come off, which, you know, appears to be clipped on here. I can see everything looks pretty good right there. I know if I pull on this too hard, I'm gonna break it. But looks like I might have to remove this to get to the tabs under here. Let's see. Make sure we don't have anything hiding. Looks like I just can't see what the hell could possibly be right here. But if I can't get it out of there, it looks like, let me see, popsicle stick here. Somebody spilled some crap on this. There's literally like, oh no, it's adhesive. Okay, that's cool. They put it there so it wouldn't like try and bow out. So we got our control down here, and we got this piece floating here. That can't be good, right? Make sure we save that. I guess that would have been somewhere. There's actually like a date. Jesus, I swear to God, it looks like it says 9/8/82. Anyway, some kind of date on there. So we've got nothing that I can see over here holding it in. Like there's like another frame right here. I don't know if it's up into the unit here. Well, I don't know. This thing's so heavy and bulky, you know, that it's really difficult. I'm hanging up on something here, and I don't know. There's I see like this funny little tab in here, and I'm wondering if it has something to do with this. So we'll go ahead and undo it. What's the worst that can happen? I drop this thing on the floor and break it into a million pieces. Yeah, that does hold it on there. Okay, but now we've got a ribbon cable here we got to deal with. As I can see, it ain't long enough. Got that. And then now, let's see, there should be another ribbon cable. It looks like once I do that, should be able to get to it. It is buried. This is and it wants to tip over, so we'll be really careful with it. It's hooked to something over here. Possibly this little screw right here. Yep. Okay. So there is what this is. So it's just a ground screw right here. But I need to get this out of here. Oh, I see what it is. But they had done this some other damn way. Here we go. All right, so now I just got to pull the encoder out of there. It's behind this deal here. Not much to it. I don't know if you guys can still see what I'm doing. Okay. Man, I need like an extra hand here. Oh Lord. Okay. So there's going to be a little ribbon wire right here that I need to be careful of. This is my encoder. Kind of looks like something that would be in an icon, actually. Alright. So, I need to go ahead and pause the camera because I need to take a look at this and see what we got going on. So I'm going to show you guys what I do with these. I just go ahead and open them. Usually I use a flat blade. Just pull that out of there. So something's dirty in here, something's not working, and unfortunately it looks really good. So there could be some other issue, maybe an alignment type of issue, but there's even a little like grease on it, so this thing shouldn't really be messing up. Yeah, there shouldn't be anything wrong with those. So I don't know. So this, you just push it back together, push it down with the screwdriver. These ones are a little easier than some of them. And because I was looking at this upside down, this is not actually the knob I want. My volume knob is the other one. So we'll take a look at that and see if we find something. You know, I guess I was right. It is the volume, because this goes in here. So the only thing I should maybe do is try and power this thing up with everything all laid out and see if I can get it to work. So at any rate, let me pause this because it'll be really long. So I just had a really good look at this thing, and of course now it doesn't want to come out. So I lifted up on all of these just a little bit, just to make sure, because these are making contact with this encoder. And well, maybe we'll clean up this encoder. Maybe we'll just take this stuff off of it, I don't know. But we're going to hook this thing up like it is and test it, because I don't want to take it apart more than once. And then if I can't fix it, then I'll just either toss it or something. I mean, it works with a remote control, so it just is like, I got so many stereos, there's no reason I need to sit here and have one that only works with a remote. Alright, this is going to be a long video, so anyway, I'm going to set this aside here, and now we'll try and see if we can figure out how to hook this up into here and power this thing on and be able to test it with it completely apart. So that should be interesting. Let me see here if I can do this without completely getting electrocuted. Alright, I know this one will reach there, and then I need to plug my volume control board into here. Doesn't leave me much room at all. Let's go ahead and put this back in here. And it kind of sits in there. If I bump it too hard, I'll be in trouble. I think it might actually be easier to just try and put it how it was, and it means I got to run that through there. There's no way they're going to be able to twist this ribbon wire. In my favor. Otherwise, it's just a little too short. But it makes it really hard for me to get to this thing. Okay. I think. If you guys have ever dealt with ribbon wires, you know what a pain in the ass they are. You need to be really, really careful with them, and then like if the card on the back comes off of them, it's really hard to make them ever go back in. And sometimes when you're dealing with old stuff, it will come off and separate. Like the ICOM radios, the older 756 Pro series, happens to those. You don't want to have to screw around with these things too many times, because you know, things have aged. Let's see here. Boy. Man. I really have no flexibility here. I can't even get in here to fiddle with my control. I'm gonna have to actually like almost put it back together, because if I don't, if I bump this thing the wrong way, I'm gonna short something out, and then we might have something that could have been fixed that can't be fixed. So really just get it to sit back in its original spot for now. So here we go. Let's see what we can do. If I electrocute myself, you guys will catch it on camera. I don't know if it's going to turn on from here because of the spot there is really crappy. Alright. Yeah, it's going the wrong way. It seems to 57, 58, 54, 48, 42, 30. It actually does seem to be working. Yeah, okay. What it would do before is it would jump funny. So backwards it jumps funny. If I turn it really fast, it gets lost. Are you guys able to see that or not? Yeah, it's working. So anyway, it might not be perfectly fixed. I don't know, but it's working better than it was before. It was like you turn it and it just kind of like go back and forth and then go 2 steps forward, 2 steps backwards. So anyway, thanks for sitting here and watching this crazy video with me. And maybe if you have a stereo that's doing this, you can be brave enough to tear it apart and save some money. Keep your favorite stereo running or something. Thanks for watching.